Dear Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the session of the Human Rights Council starts at a very sad moment. 2 years ago, Russia launched its war of aggression against Ukraine, and now we are witnessing a true humanitarian catastrophe in the Middle East. Human rights are always the first casualty of war. We have witnessed it many times, and we are seeing it now again in Ukraine and in the most tragic proportion in Gaza, following the terrorist attack perpetrated by Hamas on the 7th of October and the massive response of the Israeli Defense Forces. In the European Union, we have constantly called for the release of hostages and the protection of civilians. In all conflicts, all parties must respect international law, including international humanitarian law, to ensure the protection of civilians and unhindered humanitarian access at all times, everywhere. But just urging and condemning is not enough. There must also be accountability for violations of international law, because the credibility of the global human rights architecture is at stake. And this Council is an essential forum for addressing war crimes and serious violations of international humanitarian law wherever it happens. Unfortunately, many conflicts need our immediate attention, but our collective purpose must be to ensure the equal dignity and rights of every human being, everywhere. Excellencies, in December we commemorated 75 years since the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It was a visionary document, and this document laid the foundation for international human rights law that we are defending today. This law has improved the lives of millions and fostered peace and stability. Nonetheless, today that declaration faces many challenges, many: regression in human rights, gender inequality, decreasing international cooperation, and increasing extremism. And we see extremely worrying trends all over the world, and the European Union is not an exception. Despite this gloomy picture, the commemorations of the Declaration also brought to light inspiring human rights success stories and numerous pledges by countries to improve their human rights situation. The 75th anniversary celebrations highlighted the widespread mobilization of people, especially young human rights activists. Young people help us to reinterpret human rights, to decode them so that they are understood in the current circumstances and reclaimed by people worldwide. Our commitment to the universality, I want to stress this word, universality of human rights, should guide us towards the Summit of the Future in September, which will be a defining moment for the international community, an opportunity that we cannot miss. Human rights and democracy, sustainable development and prosperity, peace and stability are all interconnected. They depend on each other and on us all. That's why the European Union will continue to work to establish a strong human rights foundation to the Pact for the Future. We will continue working with partners and civil society for a world where civil, cultural, economic, political, and social rights are respected, protected, and fulfilled everywhere. Thank you.